from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Good morning and thank you for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome back from Sports Updates with Ruben and Pima. It is now Good Morning Uganda Extra, an extension of Good Morning Uganda. In case you've just joined, I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyi Ntono, and I have a guest with whom we are going to be discussing something very interesting, the first of its kind in Uganda at national level. That is the handcraft exhibition that is going to be running at the Uganda Museum beginning on the 24th to the 26th of this month. And I want to tell you, you can't afford to miss something very interesting. But before we go into that, we'll also be looking at what is known as the handcraft and souvenir development project in Uganda. What has been the success? Has it achieved what was meant for since 2019? And joining me on set is Alan Ategeka, who happens to be the project assistant of the handcraft and souvenir development project. Alan, you're most welcome to our studios.
Thank you.
How is work at the ministry? You know, once you had issues of COVID-19, tourism had some effects, then you see there is so much. So how is work, just to begin with that?
Work is okay. It's going on well than before, when we used to have a lot of restrictions here, movements here and there. So, but it's gaining work.
So the sector is recovering?
Yes.
Okay, well that sounds good. We just hope that Ebola has not really hit you so much. When I was listening to, that is the World Health Organization representative, the country, when he was talking about how high risk and all that, the first thing that came to my mind is the tourism sector.
Yes. We haven't had any restrictions in numbers from the Ministry of Health, so we are still okay here within the central and other parts of the country. Yes. Now,
before we go to the handcraft exhibition that is going to be running at the Uganda Museum from the 24th to the 26th, let's go into this issue of the handcraft and souvenir development project. This project has been around, I think, since 2019. I stand to be corrected. And it had aims, it had objectives. It would have wound up if it wasn't of COVID-19. But first, what is this project all about?
The Handicraft and Souvenir Development Project is a 3-year project which is being implemented by means of tourism, wildlife and antiquities, and it's funded by Enhanced Integrated Framework, and its main objective is to develop the handicraft and souvenir sector in the country. Yes, with key focus on creating linkages between the producers, handcraft producers, the traders, producer associations, and the tourism industry at large. Yes.
Now, having told us this aim, what have you achieved over this period? What is there to say that this project made an impact?
It has impacted on a lot of things. One, we had the purposive marketing, which we just concluded. This was to cater for the different sub-regions in the country. We had these purposive marketing exhibitions. I can call them mini exhibitions in Lango sub-region, in Acholi sub-region, West Nile sub-region, Kigezi sub-region, Rwenzori, Bunyoro, Ankole sub-region, and Busoga. We wanted to connect these handcraft producers with these hoteliers, so that hoteliers, restaurants, so that these restaurants and hotels can be able to buy and appreciate the craft they have in those sub-regions. Yes, and also another one would be the standards. We didn't have handcraft standards in the country, and worked in line with the UNBS, where we are now developing 6 standards that have so far been developed for the mats, for the pottery, for the ceramics. So we have standards on board now. Then also we have engaged different trainings in e-commerce. E-commerce, the main purpose of e-commerce training, we wanted the producers to be able to sell online. You know, when COVID hit, we found that a lot of producers, they didn't know about selling online. So e-commerce came in, whereby we held a lot of trainings in e-commerce in different sub-regions across the country to make them appreciate the use of online. This is through the social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, and also another output which we have reached is we have developed 10 interactive websites for 10 selected companies. We have a variety of, we did an assessment to get these 10 companies so that websites are developed. Yes, then also we did trainings in e-governance. There are some producer associations who didn't have a board of directors, say, so we developed that training, and it has helped them to organize their groups. Then also another one, we did fair trade training, whereby we want everyone in the industry to be treated fairly and given a good price for the given raw material, starting from the person who comes out with that raw material up to the final consumer. Yes, the behavior of the producer, the behavior of a trader, the behavior of someone who gets these raw materials. So we did that. That was also training, and we are supporting so far 2 companies who are yet to attain the fair fair trade certificate. We also have had a variety of trainings in product development, because you find we have some companies who have been producing some products, but we want to increase on the variety of these products which is produced. Yes.
Now, you've talked about all these as achievements.
Yes.
But one of the things that bothers me is people in this sector are more people in the informal. It's basically dominated by people in the informal sector.
Yes.
Very few, if any, that are formal. So one of the challenges they face is they lack issues of meaningful capital, organizing them into meaningful associations, bodies that can really get better markets, some bit of enlightenment on their products to match with the current times, because the way you made a pot maybe 30 years ago may not be the way you still make the pot today. So how have you addressed through this project, how has it addressed these issues that are very pertinent to the people in this sector?
Yes, for one, we have had different producers come up to make cooperatives. So cooperatives, for example, Masindi Cooperative Society, this wasn't before, but our target was to come up with 5, and so far we have achieved 3 cooperatives which have been formed. This is meant to have that sense of collective bargaining of pricing, so that they can be able to get better deals. You know, when you get united, you achieve the best. Yes.
Very interesting. Our viewers, we are looking at the Uganda Handcraft Expo that will be at the Uganda Museum. That is on the 24th to the 26th, where we are going to be having so many people there. And of course, this all is aimed at improving this particular industry. Now, diving more into the expo, having known that this project has been around, you have made a number of achievements, as you've said. Now, first and foremost, we've had people in this industry, you move at one place, they have staged something. We have some at the National Theatre permanently there. We've had these rare grounds also having been used. Regularly you have, would I call it an expo or an exhibition? But they're looking for market anyway.
Yes.
We've had even those coming from Kenya to come and be part of some of these. How different, how unique is this that is going to be at the National Museum or the museum from these others that we are used to seeing, and of what more value is it going to make to them compared to the ones we are always used to?
This one is different in a way that here we are looking only Ugandan products.
Okay.
So we are not, since it's only Ugandan products, it comes upon to only Ugandan producers. So all the products ranging from mats, ceramics, pottery, baskets, extra. We want only Ugandan products. I think for various exhibitions, we have had a variety of products from Kenya, not only Ugandan, but this is strictly Ugandan products. Yes, that's the uniqueness.
Now, with that uniqueness you've talked about, what is the aim then?
We want the traders, the trade visitors, to be able, the general public, to be able to purchase, connect, and so that they can network with these producers for future markets. And also we shall be having symposiums, say. We want the producers to be able to know about e-commerce for those ones who didn't reach the other time during the trainings, the e-commerce. Legalization, we are having on board URSB to be able to teach and preach the gospel of registering these companies for some of unregistered companies. So we are looking at a variety of things to be done during that expo. We have a lot of topics to discuss. Yes, value addition in the industry. So, yes.
Well, how are you going to do this jointly? Because, you know, many are interested in exhibiting what they do. And of course, potential buyers are there. Yes. So how are you going to run a symposium? At the same time, you're running an exhibition there where we know many people actually will be more interested, I want to believe, more interested in showing what they are doing out there to the world, making connections, making money, because at sometimes there are investments, even sometimes with stores. I don't know this time around. A person pays for some space, so they are calculating what I put in, am I getting it, than going and saying, now we have a symposium, sit and listen. Okay.
For that matter, we have been inviting 2 exhibitors from a given company. So let us say we are inviting a company like UBC Enterprises. We will call upon, we want two exhibitors, one be on the symposium and also one be on the stall. So we have covered that. Targeting 2 on the stall, one on the stall and one on the symposium.
So what is this going to be like? Is it open to the public? I just come in, pass through, buy what I say I want to buy, make connections where I feel it necessary? Are you having specific people that you've invited? Maybe the donor committee, which must, I believe, when it comes to these, of course, we just talked about funders of this project. So who are you targeting and who is meant to attend?
Yes, we are targeting the general public.
Okay.
We are targeting the hoteliers, restaurant owners, event organizers. These can come through and the entrance is free. We are not paying anything. We want to appreciate the handcraft in the country, strictly Ugandan. And the producers, we are targeting the handcraft producers, traders, producer groups. Yes.
Well, this is a must attend, a Ugandan, if you're nearby. And of course, 24th to 26th are not very far from today. So prepare yourself so that you can go and look at some of what we have and of course what is made here. But one of the things I find these days that is a threat is how we are trying to kind of modernize yet lose the actual resemblance. For example, the mats we are talking about. Today you will have a mat. When I grew up, I knew a mat is made from palm leaves. In sense.
Yes.
I knew a mat is supposed to look this way. Recently I came across a mat and I could find it hard to differentiate if that is the mat I grew up seeing. When we talk about pots, When I was growing up, I knew a pot is round, then you put it in some corner after using banana leaves and all that to have that scent. This time I came across a pot that has a tap. You know, yes. Where you, even if you were to put water, we believed that clay had some way of making that water smell good, taste good. I can give a number of things that where we've tried to bring modernity, mergers here and there, and we are losing that what was ours. How are you trying to protect this? Because I think then, much as you talk about Bubu buy Uganda, build Uganda, if what is made of Uganda no longer represents what it was years back, of course modernity has come, but if it no longer gives that, do you think this still gives us a go ahead or a comparative advantage compared to others?
Yes, this comes up to product development. Every time there are innovations, every time we have to realize that every time there is a new product coming on board. So we are diversifying our products. So if someone comes up, a given producer comes out with a pot, with a tap, that's also good for the industry. Yes.
Well, I think I'm so much into originality of things here and there. But just to remind you, our viewers, the expo will be at the Uganda Museum, 24th to 26th. Its aim is to boost, create more market, build, buy Uganda, build Uganda, and of course synergies among people in this industry. Now, you've rightly told us entrance is free of charge. All we have is, now let's look at the parties here, those that are going to exhibit in this expo. Is it also free of charge? Can I just wake up, I have my things and I'm like, yes, I'm there?
For the exhibitors, you have your products, you have to be obviously handicrafts and strictly Ugandan. So that one is a pass or fail. If your products are Ugandan and it's handicrafts, you exhibit. Yes.
So there isn't anything like booking, I just come with my things and then I conquer space somewhere?
Not really conquering space, but if you want to exhibit and you have Ugandan products, you have to get in touch with the project team, which is at the means of tourism, so that you can get a slot to exhibit. Yes.
Well, I'll be going for a very short break. When I return, we'll be discussing more regarding that is the Handcraft Expo 2022 that will be running at the Uganda Museum with the aim of buy Uganda, build Uganda, but also promoting this sector. Many of us, when you talk about handcraft, something we grew up seeing. Remember many of our mothers when it came to weaving, where many of our fathers, there's so much that they were doing, mostly in the rural setting. So it's not a new thing, but we need to ensure that we make money. We don't look at it like they used to do, just making some mats, weave some, pick up people there and there. But now, how do we improve this sector? And an expo is one of the things we are looking at. We'll return shortly.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
We bring you a fresh, well-researched program to help you identify opportunities for investment, job creation, growing your entrepreneurial skills, wealth creation, and social transformation.
We have a product that is ready for schools, supermarkets.
Create wealth, transform livelihoods. Every week, we showcase opportunities for creating new products and services.
I now harvest a lot of cocoa. When I harvest it, I sell. After selling, I put money in my project. I have two projects. One is for construction of my house. Two is for educating my children.
Excellence in innovation, the passion and drive to succeed, and the right mindset to grow your business. Create wealth, transform livelihoods. Brought to you by Operation Wealth Creation.
The Ministry of Health informs the public that there are confirmed cases of Ebola in Uganda. We, however, urge the public not to panic as the situation is being managed. The Ministry of Health further reminds the public to be on the lookout for any persons who may show signs and symptoms of Ebola. These include high body temperature, abdominal pains, diarrhea, vomiting, bleeding from the body openings such as the nose, eyes, and mouth. Please inform the nearest health worker immediately if you see anyone with these signs and symptoms. To prevent Ebola from spreading further, please take the following preventive measures: regular washing of hands with water and soap, avoid handshaking and hugging, avoiding any contact with any suspected Ebola patients. Any person who dies suddenly should not be buried but reported to the nearest health worker or LC1 immediately. For further information, please call the Ministry of Health toll-free number on 0800 100-066 or send a free SMS to your report on 8500. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF and World Health Organization.
Welcome to Friends Stadium. Everybody's ready. Wait a second, not everybody. Come on, dude, it's the FIFA World Cup. You're going to lose your seat, the ritual seat, the lucky one. Losing more than a seat, your team is going to lose. Where are you, dude? The match is about to start. Your friends won't hold out much longer. Excuse me. Finally, everything is in the right place. Hey, other hand. And you, do you have everything you need to believe?
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. Thank you for being with us here on UBC TV. In case you've just joined, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra, an extension of Good Morning Uganda. And now we are focusing on the Handcraft Expo 2022 that is going to be running at the Uganda Museum, that is Kamocha, that's the 24th or 26th. We expect a number of people in this handcraft industry to be exhibiting their products. Remember, strictly, these must be Ugandan products. And of course, with me on set, I have Alan Ategeka, who happens to be the project assistant coordinator, that is Handcraft and Souvenir Development Project at the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities. Now, I was looking at the theme of this expo, which is rethinking tourism through culture and creative hands. First, we normally think that when tourists come to this country, they're most interested in our animals. That's why game parks, zoo, of late we have some that come for the nightlife as well. Mostly within the region, Uganda being the hub of happening when it comes to this region. But how does handcraft play an important role into this tourism, in the tourism sector? Do we have people that maybe specifically come for these handcrafts, or is it just a supplementary alongside this?
For tourists, both domestic and international, when you visit a place, I'll give us an example. When you visit Pakwach, when you come back to your home, there is that feeling that if you buy something from Pakwachi, let us say you have bought a wood carving, it will remind you that I visited Pakwachi. And when you happen to visit Pakwachi, there are always those carvings you buy, so that when you reach home, you'll be like, I visited Pakwachi. So we looked at tourists who are coming in, both domestic and international tourists. You see, you visit the park, but you have nothing to show that you visited the park. So the handcraft sector, the project came in to make it more meaningful, so that when you visit Uganda, at least you go with something, Ugandan product, to remind you about the country. Yes.
Reminding you about the country, I see so many people who go to Masai Mara land and when they return, they have this kind of, let's do something in their neck, something to show that I was there.
Yes.
So for Uganda, what do we have that if I'm to look at, maybe handcrafts that clearly portrays that this is Uganda, I was in Uganda?
For Uganda, we have a variety of products. I can say a cow horn. You see, a cow horn is a good product, so that when someone picks a cow horn, will be like, this one I visited Uganda. Some wood carvings, yes, like pakwachi, hood covers. Then we have back cloth, Ugandan.
Yes.
Ugandan. So there are those products which are strictly Ugandan, and when you have it, you get a taste of Uganda. Yes.
Now, going back to the people that we are looking at to promote them or use this as an opportunity for them to better market themselves, apart from relying on Ugandans that they will come and buy, do we have any specific category of people that we are targeting, organized groups of people that at this expo, their presence is far beyond than just saying I've bought maybe a mat, I've bought maybe something out of ceramics, but they are there to better and improve the lives of people who are going to be exhibiting among the expected guests?
Among the expected guests, yes. We have people from URSB who will be facilitating how to register a company, so that will be a bonus to the exhibitors. So we have also experts in e-commerce who will be having these teachings. Then also we have the guest of honor, who is Right Honorable, the Prime Minister, who will grace the function. Then we have also embassies who will be on board, different ambassadors. We have hoteliers, different hotels in the country. So, yes.
Well, very interesting when you talk about the guests that you're going to be having, and when we bring in the Prime Minister, that is one of the areas that I feel, yes, but still, talk about this industry. I earlier told you that more of this are in the informal sector. Of course, when you talk about the Uganda Registration Bureau, one would say, yes, this is improving because they get to know how to register their businesses.
Yes.
But one of the things I find is value addition. Where is the value addition into this? Most of the times now we are pushing for value addition as one of the things that will sell. Yes, some of these things are more in their, I won't call them raw form, but what it was is what will be, ever shall it be, when I look at them. So, and you know, value addition, of course, comes with the price addition to something. So how are you looking at this when it comes to value addition to some of these handcrafts? Is it under this project anywhere? Are we seeing here how we are going to help them add value to what they are doing?
Yes, one of the topics on the symposiums is value addition. Yes.
Okay. So you have experts that are going to do this?
Yes, we have experts to go through value addition in the sector. So the exhibitors will be highly appreciative of that topic regarding value addition. So value addition will be covered. Yes.
Well, very interesting, and of course I hope that we get you have the numbers of people, because this entirely has one thing. Someone watching us this morning is buy Uganda, build Uganda. That is why they're saying only Ugandan products. If it is a Ugandan product, handcraft, ceramics, there you qualify. Anything imported, international exhibitors, this is not yours. This is for Ugandans, and I love that. Because most of the times I've gone to some of these exhibitions, and one of the things that comes out is, I'm not saying what is Ugandan is not good. No, it's very good. And actually I would say very long lasting. Actually I've come to learn in issues of, for example, furniture, issues of ceramics, that what is made here is very long lasting.
And it's very good.
And it's very good, well, good, I leave that. But it's fairly good, I would say good equally. But Ugandans, I don't know if it's our mindset about things locally made here, or the standards are lacking. But most of the times when you have Kenyans coming, Tanzanians, Rwandans coming in, there's that way we get, how can we overcome this as people in the sector? How do we ensure that we make Ugandans love what is ours? I won't tell you if you announce you have exhibitors from Rwanda, you have exhibitors from Kenya, and Kenya's industry is very far, by the way, when it comes to handcrafts.
Yes.
I don't know why we don't, you're the experts in this field, but I want to be very honest with you. Handcraft industry, bring Uganda and Kenya, go even just our neighbors down here, if that would show you maybe these craft shoes. They tell you this is Ugandan and this is Kenyan. Brother, there is a difference. I don't know when it comes to longevity, but there is a difference. So how do we improve what is ours? How do we change this mindset?
It goes back to quality. If we produce a good quality product, the buyers will come for it. So if your quality is substandard, obviously they will run away. So this is why we did quality management systems, the training, so that we can improve on that quality of these products. And during the expo, we one of the criteria, it came out to, after being Ugandan, it has to be a good quality product. We want to attract the best. Yes.
Very interesting. Good quality products. I hope we get to achieve that. And also we look at issues of really professionalness and ethical way. You know, I don't know if among this project, one of the things is you looked into that when you make an order, some of these guys take so long to deliver. They are more like our carpenters and of course our tailors. I don't know if you've had an experience. Have you ever had an experience with carpenters and tailors of Uganda?
Yes.
You make an order, the man gets the money, you go back, he's still busy, the tailor will even ask you, well, which is your piece of cloth among the men I have here? Yet he told you in just 2 days you'll be having your suit well or your whatever it is. So even I find this in handcraft. How do you, have you looked at professionalizing, looking at integrity and ethics in this sector? Because these are some of the things that keep our sectors, most of them are still in the informal sector, where when you have foreigners coming, they dominate these sectors. Not because people don't have what it takes, but issues of integrity, transparency. You know, working on orders. If I have a Kenyan and maybe I have an international market of about 300 or 2,000 these craft shoes, if I give that order, the same design, and I give that order to Ugandans, then I'm rest assured that I'll get what I want. A Ugandan will always find excuses here and there. Tailors, carpenters, people in this handcraft and ceramics, well, souvenirs, there will be a mess. Yes,
regarding that, we had a training and someone was sharing the experience sharing about a customer who had a booking, but in that end, you see, that's why we want cooperatives. When you are a big group, the project aim, one of the aim is to create linkages between these producers. Say when a buyer wants a given set, let us say wants 10,000 baskets in 2 months, you can be able to contact your fellow group member so that you can produce in that given time frame. So we have tried and to reduce these times of time wasting, and I think we are there. Yes, we are there. We can produce.
Well, I love the fact that you're saying we are there, and I hope that is the reality, that really people in this sector, for you to make good business, you must improve your levels of integrity, your levels of transparency. This issue of getting money because you're eager, even when you know you don't have capacity. At the end of the day, you don't deliver. Or saying, I now have this money, it is the money I've not yet gotten. At the end of the day, there's how it kills your business. But well, Alan, in the interest of time, let me have your final remarks regarding that is the expo, and of course, to the people in this sector.
Okay. I call upon all the Ugandans to come for this expo to be able to appreciate the handicraft and souvenir sector in this country. And it will be, you see a variety of products which you are not even thinking that they are Ugandan products. So that will be on 24th, 26th of November, 2022 at Uganda Museum. Entrance is free.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and of course that information, if you're looking at where to be, well, the place is the Uganda Museum, and of course carry something to buy and build Uganda. Together we can promote this industry, we can promote what is ours, and remember, you don't have to have any penny for you to enter, but please carry something to support. We are also in the times of Ebola. Well, also be very conscious of that. Stay safe, keep it safe. See you tomorrow, same time. God willing, have a lovely day for now.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.